After back-to-back typhoons ravaged several parts of Luzon, disaster management officials now want the entire island placed under a state of calamity. What is the latest on response efforts? We go above and beyond the headlines with NDRRMC Spokesperson Mark Timbal. Good evening, Mark. Thank you for taking our call.
Hi, Ma'am Pia. Good evening, and to all our viewers. Good evening.
Yeah, well, Mark, yes. Let's begin with this recommendation to declare a state of calamity in the entire Luzon. Can you give us more details about that?
The NDRRMC Full Council met earlier today to discuss the effects of the various typhoons and tropical storms that had been encountered just this November and late October. And after an assessment of these impacts and the need to further support our local government units in the continuing response operations, as well as in the upcoming transition to recovery, the National Council has recommended to the President to place the entire island of Luzon under a state of calamity. This will allow our local government units to again access their local disaster management funds. This will allow the national government agencies responding to the situations to use their resources to support the response operations. This will also this will be the basis of the prevention of profiteering, price manipulation, and other potential problems in the markets in those affected areas. And this will also assist the communities in the recovery process.
Talk to us about this task force that is going to be led by ES Medialdea, Executive Secretary Medialdea. How is this task force going to work with the NDRRMC? And then, so ang task force ang nasa ibabaw ng NDRRMC, paano yon?
Ito po ay pinag-aaralan pa din ng ating mga kasamahan diyan at dito po sa atin sa NDRRMC ay inaantay pa po natin yung kompletong description nitong task force at saka yung mga specific functions po niya. Ang ating pong commitment po ay kung ito pong mga proseso ay talagang makakapagpabilis po sa pagpo-provide ng ating suporta at pagsasaayos ng mga affected community, buong suporta po kami dito sa pagpapatupad at pagsasagawa nitong task force functions na ito kasabay na sa NDRRMC.
All right. The DILG wants the NDRRMC to oversee dam discharge following Ulysses' onslaught. At present, what is the arrangement and how is this going to work in the future? And how are things going to change because of this?
So far, Ma'am Pia, the NDRRMC gets regular information from Pag-asa on the dam levels. We do have regular updates from Pag-asa, the dam management authorities in these situations. But when it comes to the actual decisioning for the opening of the gates or the situation wherein a spill of excess water is imminent, it is left to the dam authorities to actually inform the local governments of a downstream on when this occurrence will happen or when the actual opening of the gates will be done. The recommendation is for NDRRMC to either to include it in our warning systems, and that is we can very much accommodate that. But with regard to the NDRRMC actually making the decision whether to open the dams or not, we would have to study that suggestion first, because there are dams that don't have gates but automatically spill excess water. The warnings can be provided on time via the text warning system that we have. But with regard to the dams that have their own gates, we would have to have first-hand information in the actual situation there at the dam and then at the community. So we would have to study this suggestion well before we can make any decision on the matter.
All right. NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal. Mark, thank you very much for joining us this evening.